she has cancer. She didn't tell me, and I am mad. How come she didn't tell me that she was gonna die? Why did we spend all those times reading those lines? I was in a play with her, and we kissed, but now she's gonna die. That's not fair. We never got to have sex or anything. It doesn't matter, 'cause she loves Jesus. Jesus Christ is her favorite. Even though he struck her with cancer, that sucks. What's the point of liking Jesus? I'm sad, and my dad won't even cure her. What the fuck? Dad, won't you cure my girlfriend? I knew I couldn't count on you to cure her. I came up to your door and I yelled at you. You weren't there. And now when I need you to cure my girlfriend's leukemia, you won't. That's what the fuck, Dad? No. You were supposed to be there for me and my new girlfriend who is dying, and you weren't. And I hate you, but at the end of the movie, you're gonna redeem yourself. Sort of. Anyways. Hey!
Hi, hello everyone. It's us, the people from the podcast.
That's right. We're
I just want to
here.
say, I already see a comment that someone was twerking to the theme song, and love it, love it, love it, love it.
Thank you. Thank you to all you out there who are twerking and dancing and doing erotic, sexy dances to our theme.
Yes, that's
Thank
what
you
it was
for
for.
envisioning
That's
it,
why
and we
made it.
love it.
Mhm.
Hey, this is a very special live streamed edition of Free with Ads. We're going to be answering your questions. Ask us anything. That's the theme of today's show. But we have some surprises too. So we're going to be asking questions that were submitted on our Free with Ads subreddit. Folks in the chat, if you got a question, throw it in there. Maybe we'll answer it. And as a very special finale, guys, we've got a very special finale. I'm teasing it now, just so folks stay tuned and stay through the whole thing. We are going to be doing a pack breaking, an unboxing of these vintage Dick Tracy trading cards
No
from
way!
1990, the year the movie was released. Dick Tracy. These have not been opened. I got these
Oh my
at a flea
God.
market, unopened. I got them I love getting packs of trading cards at the flea market. So much fun. I'm a cool guy with cool interests.
You're super cool. You're super cool, and you have
I'm
sex.
a cool guy. Yeah, sure.
Sex is one of your favorite things to do.
I could be having it right now, but
Easily.
I'm choosing to open these Dick Tracy trading cards.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
So
Thank you,
stay
Jordan.
tuned for that. And before we get to our first question, I want to remind everybody it's the Max Fun Drive. That is the time of year when people join up with Max Fun. They keep the show going. They get cool bonus stuff. If you haven't done it already, go to MaximumFun.org/join. Hey, if you're a new member, if you're an upgrading member, or if you're just somebody who's been a member for a while and you want us to say you're cool, throw that in the chat. Throw that in the chat. MaximumFun.org/join. Hundreds of hours of bonus content for you, including our TV pilot show where we review TV pilots this month. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was a great one too. But we only did half of the Buffy pilot. It's actually a two-parter.
Yeah.
And so if if we get enough subs, we'll do part 2. Watch us.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. We're saying it right now. If enough people, MaximumFun.org/join, we will do the second part of the Buffy pilot. And can I throw something in there? Because I know there's Buffy freaks out there.
Please do.
What?
If okay, let's say we get 200 new members, second part of the Buffy pilot. 300 new members, we'll do the Buffy musical episode. Once more with feeling.
No,
yeah, absolutely.
We'll do it. 300 members.
Dang.
We throw in the Buffy music episode. We know.
Okay.
We know you little vampire slayers want to see it. So yeah.
And
Boom.
I gotta tell you, it was hard to watch.
Yeah,
when I was younger and saw it, I was like, and then everyone ended up doing stuff like it, like Riverdale. It's just all the Buffy musical all the time, and it is just as cringe. But
I will say that I do something I like about the musical episode is that not everyone can sing, and they lean into it. no auto tune, nobody's lip syncing. Some of them can sing better than others. That's I think what makes it a treat.
I didn't even know they did a musical episode.
They did.
Oh yeah, you can watch it and talk about it if enough folks go to MaximumFun.org/join. Okay, should I get to our first question?
Sure. Yes, please. Okay.
Good. Yes. Thank you. I will do that now. This is from the subreddit. This is from an amazing user named. Hold on, I'm looking for this person's name. This is from Nick. Do we remember Nick's other part of his name?
Is it Nick Wester?
Nick, if you're out there. There you go. Nick Wester. Power poster Nick Wester. This one is for you and from you. Here's the question. If you were an action figure, what accessories would come with you and what features would you have? Ooh, this is a juicy one. If you were an action figure.
Great question.
It's out of character, but a gun. I'll have a gun. I know I don't have a gun in my real life. If I'm an action figure, I want people to buy me.
Sure.
I'm gonna have several guns, regular Earth gun, and then several space guns. Because let's face it.
Well, how many hands do you have?
Oh, I have more. My action figure has more hands. My action figure has 2 extra hands.
Oh, okay.
So.
Got it.
Like arms or just tons of hands attached to the arms?
Tons of hands on 2 arms. Yeah. So hands going all up and down my 2 arms.
Got it. So it's like
Stegosaurus
arm, but it's just hands.
Yeah, it's just hands. Yeah, and hands instead of
copy.
spikes.
Mm-hmm.
And when you pull my string, I make a joke about a chimp ripping off someone's face and genitals.
Classic.
Yeah. And then you also high five yourself, but it's like it's just tons of hands.
I'm just me slapping arms. I'm just slapping my arms together.
Yeah.
That's my action figure. Emily, action figure. What are your accessories and what kind of features do you have?
Oh, so many knives, just tons. I'm actually in the market for a boot dagger. I really want a dagger that's like, not well, hang on. Let me show you the dagger I have currently.
Yes, show us your knife collection. I feel like if you have a boot, if you have a boot dagger,
listen.
I've already told you.
Both have
Whoa.
We all have cool collections. I've got trading cards. Emily has knives. Oh wow, yeah, that's a
real dagger.
Tiny sword.
Not really. It's like I got it at the Ren Fair for $25. It's like one of those, like kind of crappy.
Steal.
It's not very.
Right.
It's more for appearance than anything. But I want a dagger that's like maybe half as big as this and a little bit more slender, and it has like a little leather holster that could clip onto a boot but then go on the inside of my boot, so if like anyone tries to step to me, I could just whoosh, like get the knife out.
And I think with that particular piece that you have there, it may not be sharp, but you do look insane when you're holding it. So I think
that's true.
It's a deterrent, and I don't think you need to stab anybody with it, because when you pull that out, they will say that she is unwell and I should not mess with her.
Well, I have knives in every spot of my room in case somebody breaks in, which I'm not really afraid of that, but it's just, So I've got one knife.
You have just knives laying around your apartment.
No, in my bathroom, next to my bathtub, in like this little shelf thing, I've got a knife hidden in there, but it's a comb that you pull the handle out, and it's a knife that's inside of the comb.
You got a knife comb.
Yeah, and so that's in case somebody busts in and catches me in a bathtub, which is very vulnerable. I could just go, hey, I'm in the bath.
Yeah, I'm in the bath. Stab.
Let me finish my bath.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna bathe in your blood.
I want to be clean when you kill me.
Exactly. Or it's just like, we can discuss what you can steal. Like, you know.
Yeah. There you go. You could be diplomatic with the person breaking in.
Oh, for sure.
I was looking to replace this TV anyway. Why don't you take it?
You get this is like a good, like hidden knife situation. You get a knife that it's like a really sharp knife hidden within a really dull knife. So people think like, oh, you're not gonna kill me with that dull knife.
Like a clicky pin. So like you click it and then the good knife comes out.
Well, that's an even better idea. I wasn't thinking of mechanical things. I was thinking you just slide it out and it turns out there's a thinner, better knife underneath. I don't know why you would need it, but maybe it's not my best idea. But
I mean, I like all knife ideas, but yes, I think that I would have quite a few knives.
Unfortunately, I think that is your best idea.
Yeah.
That's not
Sorry.
true. But yeah,
it's the
I definitely
only good idea I've ever
boot
had.
knife.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to Ren Fair again for my birthday this year. And I'm going to, the thing is, those like handmade knives that are really nice, they're a little pricey, but I want a boot knife. That's something, that's all I can think of for my action figure. Probably an extra bra, you know. You need different bras for different shirts.
Sure. Okay.
And it'll also come with different shirts.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Matt, I do want to get your answer to this question, but first I would like to shout out Maria, who just became a Max Fun member. Thank you, Maria.
Thanks, Maria.
Cool. I love you, Maria.
Matt, you're an action figure. What are your accessories?
Long
schlong features. Whoa.
Yeah.
So is it part of the action figure, or does it clip on?
You can get there's extra schlongs if you like a specific size. Obviously I want it to like be, it's individualized for whoever's buying it.
So it's not a schlong with a bunch of other schlongs coming off the dick.
I would think of it like, in its package, is big plastic package, right? And on the side, instead of like, here's the different guns or here's the boot knives, it's just like different sizes of penis. And you can attach them.
Are people fucking the action figure, Matt?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it depends if it's a my size or if it's a regular size action figure. Figure action figure implies like it's, in mid action. So it's probably fucking other action figures.
Well, anyways, that's what I did as
podcast.
A kid. Yeah. When I was a kid, I had Barbies and then action figures. I didn't have any Kens. There were no Kens. So my Barbies would hook up with the action figures and you'd make them
Teenage Mutant
kiss.
Ninja Turtles.
Well, it was Beast from the X-Men. That was pretty much the dude. But you'd make them kiss, but then sometimes I would make Beast like touch a boob or something. So it's like interesting to think about, how do you make action figures do dirty things? I don't know. I've definitely smashed them together.
Listen,
a little bit.
If someone out there has a 3D printer, please print up all of these. I will say my how do you make these action figures do it? I had a He-Man and a She-Ra. And I don't know if you remember She-Ra, but she had an exposed back. And so He-Man would give her back rubs.
Wow. I love it, dude. Sometimes you gotta fantasize, and I think that's okay.
You gotta touch a little back. You gotta touch a little shoulder blade.
So he basically
in your wildest fantasies, you're like,
it's not even first base on a date. But like it would get you sent to HR at a job. Like that's 100%. The level of sexual.
Yeah. He-Man is that creepy guy at the office. Hey, people tell me I give great back rubs.
Yeah.
I play guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have beautiful hair. You smell great.
Why do I keep getting fired? You wouldn't like me when I'm fired. You know?
That's Hulk. Confusing
Oh, yeah.
Hulk and He-Man.
That's right. That is Hulk.
You should know better. We did
well,
a
hey,
Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on, yeah. So let's go move on to the next question, shall we? That was a fruitful discussion, I think.
Yes.
This one is from Zockstone. Zockstone asks, "What's the first movie you remember taking a date to?" I actually have this one chambered, so I will answer to give you guys a chance to think. My first, I guess, I don't know if this was a date. This was my first time like asking a girl to do something. This is maybe 8th grade, I think. And the movie was Dracula Dead and Loving It. The
Oh,
Yeah.
Mel Brooks
All right.
Dracula
Mel Brooks.
parody starring Leslie Nielsen. I loved those Leslie Nielsen Naked Gun movies. And I'm like,
Yeah.
my God, he's doing a Dracula. And of course, any 12-year-old girl would love to come see this with me.
It's
And
hilarious.
that's a very like upsettingly horny movie. I name of
Is
the
it?
actor, but she was the lead in Wings. Do you remember her? She is very like sexualized in that movie and running around in a corset. Oh yeah. So anyway, uncomfortable, bad choice, Jordan. Although who couldn't who could have predicted that movie would be so horny? But I remember being really embarrassed. I think she did not like it or find it funny. So yeah, I have not rewatched Dracula Dead or Loving It to this day because I just remember being like so embarrassed by choosing that. Yeah, it felt like So anyway, maybe Dracula Dead and Loving It is
Adorable.
hilarious, but
Yeah. And it's often free with
I
ads. We've seen it on there quite a bit on YouTube.
okay. Maybe we'll revisit sometime and I can
Yeah.
just work out the feelings I have around Dracula Dead and Loving It. Emily, do you remember first movie date?
The one that I remember is Moulin Rouge. And
Okay.
I remember it was a packed house. Like the only seats that were available were in the front row. And at that time, I mainly would go to the movies with boys because that was the only place I could make out without my parents being there. But in the front row, it's kind of rough to be basically dry humping. And we were, because a movie theater in Nashville, it was the first one that had the armrests that could go up. Do you guys remember when that technology like came out and it was like a big deal?
That was huge. That was huge for the makeout community.
It was huge. The armrest being able to go up, and I got in a little bit of trouble for making out too heavily in the front row of Moulin Rouge, and I got kicked out.
That's a messed up movie to get in trouble for that because that's what it's for. That's why people call Moulin Rouge.
It's like a sensory overload.
Yeah.
Right.
Super messed
Yeah.
Amy Yazbek, the name of the actor from Dracula Dead and Loving It, who was sexualized to an uncomfortable degree. Anyway, Matt, first date movie. Do you remember that?
Yes. My first date movie was George of the Jungle. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fabulous.
That's a good safe choice.
Yeah, it was middle school. And so it was like something where I was like, I mean, who doesn't love Brendan Fraser? He's a great actor.
Everyone likes him.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys, and I think this was pre The Mummy, like he was just in his first Renaissance period, you know what I mean? Like
he had a minute where he was just Jay Ward cartoon characters for a while. He was Dudley Do-Right.
Yeah.
Well, that happened after Mummy when it was but George of the Jungle was like what's odd is that Encino Man, it was like the whole
Encino Man was like his big
Airheads, or what was the name of the metal band?
Airheads.
Yeah, Airheads. So it was like, but the funny thing about George of the Jungle is like, those movies that you're like, oh, that's how people thought to put them in another movie. I think
Mhm.
Encino Man of being a caveman kind of went with the George of the Jungle
Right.
got him, George of
Encino
the
Man
Jungle.
was
meme.
just
Yeah.
It like makes
was just
sense
a
to put him in this movie.
it was
So
a very long, high budget audition tape for George of the Jungle.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like how Kate Beckinsale did the Underworld movies, and
Mhm.
then she did Van Helsing.
Right.
And you were
right,
like,
right.
I guess, like, just
Mhm.
do the same shit
Sure.
over and over. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I just want to know that the actor we cast can wear a long leather coat. I don't
Yep.
know if she
Yeah.
can. I need to see
Yeah.
her do it in
Yeah,
4 or
yeah.
5 movies.
Yep. And then
I've never
with
seen Van
Brendan
Helsing.
Fraser shirtless.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Van
Van
Helsing?
Helsing. I've never seen it. I've yeah.
I
It's
had no
good. I also
I hear
love
it
the
ha-
Underworld series. I would
Oh
love
yeah,
to do
well
those.
that's different. That's
That's a
different.
that's a fun franchise where like, and I have a lot of respect for a franchise that just cranks them out. They're like,
Mhm.
listen, we're just going to make one a year. They're not all
Right,
really
yeah.
going to be about anything. It will be
Yes.
hard to differentiate from one another, but we'll
Right.
crank them. You can rely on one being in theaters a year after the
Yeah.
one you're
Right.
seeing is
They're
in
gonna make
theaters.
just enough money to make a sequel. Like
Yeah.
they're all just about funding the next one. It's a giant tax
Sure,
scam,
totally.
and it's just entertaining enough for me to not care.
I
Yeah.
think I saw
Yeah.
the first 2 in theaters. I don't know if the ones after 2 ended up in theaters, but
Yeah.
they're good movies. It's a good
I think-
popcorn movie. I love it.
I think the first 2 Underworld movies were in theaters, and then the rest of them went right to TBS, just straight to TBS, where they were on
Yeah.
for entire weekends at a time.
I
Well,
changed the
this.
layout.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you guys
Here's
like the new layout? Is it?
Oh yeah, the layout's
Ooh, the
great. You
layout's
can see my
fun.
pores.
Yeah, I like being in a little tiny circle.
Yeah, that is fun.
It's like
You
I'm
can
You can tell if I
reacting.
flossed or not, you know?
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. Look at these guys.
Let's. I got another juicy question here. This is from Phil Fromkos. Thank you, Phil Fromkos. They write Patrick Swayze or Kurt Russell. This is a very difficult question.
Whoa. I get them mixed up
loaded
all the
question.
time. That's a great
Similar
Great
hunks,
question.
similar eras, similar, kind of like spiritual tough guy vibes.
Oh man, this is tough.
I am giving the slight. I love them both. They're both great. They're both great and everything.
Yeah.
I'm giving the slight edge to Swayze because I like, I think he has more range, more levels. He was, he bought it in Roadhouse that he was also a philosophy buff, in addition to a man who could rip out a throat.
Right.
So yeah, I don't
Amazing
know.
dancer.
I think the dancing, the movement on this guy.
Yeah.
I think Swayze is like maybe one of the greatest movie stars of all time.
I agree.
And Kurt
I
Russell
agree.
is like obviously awesome. But I think
in
the
terms-
twin.
Oh.
I was gonna say I think the twin projects of Point Break and Roadhouse really seal the deal for me. Those are 2 very important movies to me personally. Emily, do you have an
Agreed.
opinion, Swayze or Russell?
Okay, this is tough. I do think Swayze is a bigger, more impactful movie star when it comes to like, who should win an Academy Award and stuff. But
yeah,
I really love Kurt Russell. I'm going to give the edge to Kurt Russell because I think he does more fun stuff. Like if I would want to do like what career would I rather have? I would rather do like Big Trouble in Little China and like Tron. Was he the one in Tron? No, that's Jeff Bridges.
Jeff
in
Bridges,
Tron.
whole other guy.
That's another one.
Whole other different guy,
the 3 of
similar
them.
guy.
Oh man,
Similar guys.
Okay,
and
yeah.
I think
so
Kurt Russell is mainly playing Santa now. Kurt Russell mainly plays Santa on Netflix, right?
Hot
Was he? Is that
Santa with
is that
his
his main
wifey.
Mhm,
Good for him.
mhm.
I love
No,
that.
he's
He's
Yeah.
Well, he was also in Grindhouse, which I loved.
right. Yeah. That was good.
Grindhouse. I
And
mean, there's no denying
so
that
good
Kurt
in
Russell
that.
is fucking Tombstone.
Dude,
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Oh,
list
Guardians
the
of the
amazing movies.
Galaxy. Like
Yep.
he's
Guardians of the
in that. But you know what?
Galaxy.
You're right. It's got to be Swayze. Swayze's the bigger movie star, but damn, Kurt Russell is so fun. He's so fun.
Yeah.
He's great.
Also, the thing I'm just thinking about is like both Kurt Russell and Swayze married to the same woman for a very long time. Like,
Aw.
really, I love
Yeah,
it. I love it when a movie
couple of wife
stars.
guys.
Wife
Yeah, this is
guy.
beautiful.
Couple
It's
of wife
beautiful.
guys. Matt, do you have any opinion on this question? And then I might actually see what the chat says about this issue. Matt, Swayze or Russell?
Yeah, I think I'm a pretty obvious Swayze head if I have to compare the two, mostly
Mhm.
because like Kurt Russell has never really done it for me. I'm like, I would trade them all for Martin Sheen. You know,
Okay.
I'm a big Martin Sheen head. I feel like you put a Martin Sheen in a movie.
Why do they compare to each other?
I don't know. I
see
always
that.
felt like
Yeah,
they're different versions of this. Like, think of Animorphs. They're all different Animorphs into Martin Sheen. That's my opinion.
Martin Sheen is like a little guy, though. He's not like
I don't
tall,
think
buff.
about. I don't.
and he
I don't
hasn't
think
done
about,
any
you know,
action
height.
movies, right? There's no action movies in
Yeah, but is there
Well-
a single movie he
filmography, right?
couldn't do better than both of those actors? I think the answer is no.
You know what? You're right.
Okay,
Yes,
all
Martin
right.
Sheen would
Yeah,
be better in Ghost. Martin Sheen would be better in The Thing.
and you know what? Michael Douglas. Now I'm replacing all of them with Michael Douglas.
Ooh,
Michael
Michael Douglas.
Douglas
Oh,
is
okay.
the final Animorph.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Well, then you've
Who
also
then
got
dies
Charlie
from
Sheen.
eating too much pussy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Charlie Sheen, Michael Douglas dying from too much pussy. I mean, listen, all these guys rule.
That was
But if I had to choose,
that's like a Michael Douglas thing that I will just never forget. As he said that he got mouth cancer from eating too much pussy, right? Is that the
yeah,
Michael
he
Douglas?
straight up,
Yeah.
from just going to town on that punani, which like God bless him.
Mhm.
God bless him for his
Sure.
bravery, and I'm so glad
He put
is
himself
better
in
now.
danger. He put himself
Yes.
in danger.
He's just going down on people. I'm doing this for the culture.
Well, I mean, that's equality if you think about it, because women like, pussy havers.
Mhm,
Is that a
mhm.
like politically correct? Yeah, we can
Yeah.
get HPV, you know, like from a dude,
True.
but they don't really get it on their dicks. So if you get it in
Right.
your throat, equality.
That's true. That's true. That
equality.
it's allyship. Good for him.
Yeah, he's
There
an
you go.
ally. That's what it is.
That's right.
Here's another banger of a question from Nick Wester, MVP of questions. Nick Wester, what a guy! You're eating just for yourself, no friends or anything, so you can get whatever you want. What toppings are you putting on your pizza? I've got an answer to this. I got two answers to this. Sausage and onions would be my just like if this is a down the middle ass pizza place with pizza place ass toppings. Sausage and onions. It's it's the flavorful choice. It's a fragrant choice. So yeah, not everybody's cup of tea, but sausage and onions. That's my fave.
Love both.
And if it's a little bit of a foodier place, a kind of hot condiment that I think people are kind of split on is the hot honey. I really like pizza that does
Ooh,
the
yeah.
hot honey. I know
Yes.
it's like I know it's
Bougie.
kind of in danger of becoming like a sriracha or a chipotle, where it's just this kind of
Sure.
overused condiment that gets a little boring.
I still use
but I
sriracha
love
on
the
literally
sweet.
everything. It's
Same.
great.
Sriracha's great. Sriracha's got staying power. Yeah, but definitely, I think people got annoyed with it for a while just because it made its way into everything for 2 years. But ooh, man, the hot honey, and if you have those like cup pepperonis and the hot honey, those little
Ooh,
cuppies,
cup
and if you fill 'em
pepperonis
with
are
the
lit.
honey, yeah,
I love it.
these are my
Because a little
these are my-
cup, it
these are
like
my
it's
pizza
like
toppings.
it catches the honey, so it's like you have a little sippy cup of extra hot honey.
Yes, yes. You
And they
you
usually
can do a
have
little
a-
shot of honey.
They also have like a little bit of crunch that a lot of
Yes.
other pepperoni just doesn't have. And
Mhm.
it's,
Oh,
yeah,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
hungry now.
Ooh.
love a cup pepperoni.
Texture. Yes,
Fucking
it's yeah. a texture whirlwind. Emily, you got an answer to this? You have a, that you would get
I
if
have
you were just getting a piece for yourself?
Yeah, I have a memory from childhood. There was this
Hmm.
pizza place in Nashville that also had like magic shows and like children's entertainment on Saturday, like mornings. It was like 11 a.m. or something, but they would give you a little cup of M&Ms while you're waiting for your pizza, which I don't know, kind of crazy, but I put them on my
fun.
pepperoni pizza. Amazing. And so I thought that's what they were trying to ask us to do. I don't know, but I just remember me and my friends like doing it, being like, "This is great. Like M&Ms should be on pizza."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've never tried it, but
I mean, I think that's
Pretty
the
good.
theory the honey's coming from. Sweet pizza. And
Yeah.
it can be delicious.
And it
yeah.
was that thin kind of brick
Uh,
oven like pizza.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
good
God
stuff.
damn it.
I know, me too.
I love we're just describing food to Matt, who seems like he hasn't had dinner.
I have not had dinner. So
Man, you
this
gotta
all
have
this
dinner,
all sounds
buddy.
great. This is what happens when you have a baby. You just feed the baby and you just live your life for someone else. It's called being a responsible adult. I'm gonna make my circle bigger.
Mm.
My
Yeah.
answer to this question
yeah.
is that I really enjoy I like pineapple on pizza. I'm gonna be real with you.
Okay, you're one of those. You're one of those.
I'm one of those,
You're
and I
living
know
your truth.
some people are against it. Some people, are like, this is sacrilege, but to me, it falls into the same category. As
It is. It's a
this
little sweet on the pizza.
sweet on the pizza, and like I was always against sweet on the pizza. As like it was a principle of mine for years. I was like, I'm not gonna do any goddamn pineapple. But then once I had it, I was like, oh, this is so good. It makes everything else taste better. So it's pineapple, jalapeno, and sausage.
Yes,
Those
with the
three.
jalapeno for sure.
Yeah.
That I don't think I've ever had that. That sounds kind of good.
It's
But
incredible.
add pepperoni. Add
Mhm.
pepperoni, in my opinion. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all
yeah.
right. I
Maybe
forgot
instead
about
of sausage.
Yeah, I'm kind of new to jalapenos on pizza, but they are great.
Yeah.
I want to default to the chat for a second. They're kind of weighing in on Swayze v. Russell. It's pretty split. Pretty split. Pretty split. It's pretty split.
Mhm.
Oh, it's pretty split. Oh, there's not a definitive answer. Baby doesn't like it when the answer is unqueer.
Unqueer answer.
Stop.
So some Swayzes, some Russells. Louis Perez says they should have done a face-off with Swayze and Russell. Yes, they should.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Great idea. They should just do face-off every year with 2 new actors. Just keep doing it. Same script.
Okay, wait.
You can just keep
If
all
they
the
did
props.
2 actresses for Face Off, who do you think should do it?
boy.
Like who they have to be alive, right?
I'm gonna go Amanda Seyfried, and then who's the girl from
Dakota
she's
Fanning.
from Euphoria? She's your biggest crush, Matt.
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried. I think they could swap.
Yeah. That would be sick. Or if they
Both
could
very
kiss.
good actresses too. Yeah.
Right. They could
That's my
kiss
vote.
though.
I am gonna say, yeah, you could kiss your own face. How hot would that be? You're kissing your own face. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
I keep moving my bubble around. I hope people don't mind. I'm just having a lot of fun moving my
Where
bubble
are you?
around.
Oh my god, you
The
keep
bubble's
getting
fun.
tinier.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Matt, go in my mouth.
Yeah.
Come on,
I can
go
do
in
it.
my mouth.
Oh.
Wait.
Well, stay there. Stay there. All right. Hey, I'm in your mouth. Hell yeah.
We're not going to answer any more questions. We're just going to do this for the rest of the time.
We're all having fun. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know if
that's
the
right.
audience is
Good.
having
This
fun,
is
but we're
good
having
content.
Doc Stone goes tiniest, Matt.
fun. Yeah.
Little guy.
Little
Alistair
Matt.
Robertson says Swayze could escape from New York, but Russell couldn't Point Break. I kind of disagree on that. I think Kurt Russell could
Yeah.
Point Break. it would be a different flavor, but I think he's I don't know. I think they still have that kind of like Zen action guy thing. It's a different take on it. And I think
Could
Swayze is
Swayze
perfect
be
in Point Break,
funny?
but
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
maybe that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is that Kurt Russell kind of gets it a little bit more. He has this.
Yeah,
I mean, even like Big Trouble in Little China, like that's a parody of an action guy, right? Like he's like
sure.
a dumb action guy, and he's making fun.
Yeah.
And Tango and Cash, another great example of like. I mean, Tango and Cash is who's? Oh yeah, okay, that's Kurt Russell. You know, I get him confused. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe it is like Swayze couldn't
Well,
do
okay,
funny as good
hold
as
on,
Kurt
but what's
Russell.
all right? But let's think about funny Swayze movies where he was actually funny.
Okay.
Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh,
You're right.
but
You're right.
Swayze like wasn't necessarily funny. Like, well, here's the thing: Swayze played that so committed to
True.
truth, kind
Right.
of, that
Yeah.
there were funny moments, but it was through him being such an actor's actor, like doing that.
Yeah.
I love that movie so much, so much.
Yeah.
great
And
movie.
then he is obviously it's not a comedic role, but he does have a couple of jokes in Ghost that are good. Him singing "I'm Henry
Okay.
VIII, I am." Like he he's a really like I think might be a better actor than Kurt Russell. And what
Yeah.
Kurt Russell lacks in dramatic chops, he makes up for in comedic chops. That's my
Yes.
guess.
Yeah,
Yes,
pure
that's
charm.
exactly what I mean. It's like one or the other. But I do think that Kurt Russell can do dramatic roles, but he's also very funny. So I feel like, yeah,
Mhm.
Swayze ain't funny. That's the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah. That's true.
Hey, it's almost 9 p.m. Guys,
What?
is it time to open the Dick Tracy playing cards?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, I mean, I love it, but also, what are we gonna answer some more questions after?
Yeah, do you want to? Should we do one more question and then the trading cards?
Okay, wait. I
Yeah.
want to go grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay, and
Okay, Emily's gonna grab something. I hope
and then
it's another
I'll
pack of Dick Tracy playing cards.
and while Emily's doing that, I'm going to turn Jordan also into a circle.
Whoa!
Now Jordan's a circle,
Oh,
and there we go. And now Emily,
my dreams are coming true. I've always wanted to be round.
Yeah, now you're gonna be round, and then Emily, you can be rectangle.
All right.
that-
I just wanted to show you my knife comb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at that beautiful knife comb.
I know.
That's
Now,
very
okay.
nice.
is the comb part of it functional, or is it just to hide the knife? Could you comb
Yeah,
with that?
it's functional.
She's combing,
Mm.
live combing on camera.
Ah! Let me open my
Ah.
boxes. UPS boxes. Get over here.
Yeah. Okay. So here's one more question that I think.
Oh yeah,
is
let's do it. What do you got?
really good. It's
Got a juicy one
from
there?
Reddit user Zockstone.
Sockstone,
Posted.
thank you. Another question MVP.
Yes. Posted. What's a movie you think deserves a remake because the original had great concepts but a bad execution?
Oh,
And
man.
I'm asking. The reason that stuck out to me is because I have an answer for that immediately. And
Go for it.
What do you
then.
got?
They made a one movie out of the Stephen King Dark Tower series.
Oh,
and
yeah.
This is like a 7-8 book series, many thousands of pages that they turned into one
They
movie.
had a TV series as well, though.
Well, no. They made a TV series of The Stand.
The Stand. That's what it was. Sorry.
Yeah, but it takes place in the same universe, but they took like all of these books and made one really shitty movie out of it. And I feel like as someone who loves that series, I'm like,
well, I think I heard that they are going to do another TV series.
Are you going to try it again? Yeah, because
Yeah,
it needs
I think so.
maybe it needs to be a TV show.
Yeah, I
I
think a movie, it's too overwhelming, kind
there's too
of.
many things right for a movie, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I'm like, I think if they tried it again, and decided not to turn it into just one movie that covered every single fucking book, I think they could do a great job. And I hate the idea that it's just going to exist as a shitty thing. And I'm like,
Mm.
it's so good. Please, someone make it. So that's mine.
Have you read all those books, Matt?
I actually am not finished. I'm on the last book right now.
Wow,
And
how many books are there?
I think it's like 7, 8.
Jesus.
It's been a long journey. And listen, some of them are better than others.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Aren't these the
Stephen,
books where Stephen King puts himself in them, and there's like a
I'm
chapter about him getting hit by a truck?
yes,
What?
yeah. So it goes a little off the rails a little bit, but it still works. And if you just allow yourself to let Stephen King do what he's doing, then you can kind of enjoy it. I don't necessarily think they need to do that in a movie, but I
Mhm.
I
do think
disagree. They need to do that. Stay true to the books. Have Stephen King play himself.
but it is still like I think could be a great TV show, and I hope they make it.
Yeah. This is fun to think about.
I like a I like a book. I like a shorter book. I read the first Dark Tower. I'm like, this fucking rules. This is great. Time to go on to number 2. Oh,
Yeah.
number 2, 600 pages. Nah, sorry.
Yeah,
I tapped out on the Dark Tower books, but I love the first one. The first one is awesome.
yeah,
Great. Legendarily great first sentence.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
have a kind of a franchise that I'm like, I can't believe they've never gotten this right. Street Fighter. I love the Street Fighter video games. I play them all.
Yeah.
And the fact that we've gotten 2 insanely shitty Street Fighter movies out of the world's funnest premise. Like, it's so easy.
Yeah.
And I think that part of the reason the Street Fighter movies turn out so bad, a lot of reasons, but like they're not a fighting tournament. That's what the games are. They're a fighting tournament. Different people with different powers. Some of them are monsters. Some of them have claws. Fight each other.
Mhm.
And like the movies try to like create these weird plots. Like the first one is like a military movie starring Van
Yeah.
Damme. The Legend of Chun-Li is like a detective thing. Just have a fighting tournament. You can have some intrigue. You can have some characters. I think on here we all love the first Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s.
Sure.
It's about fighting tournament. That's what the game is about. You don't have to create this other genre for it. Just do a Street Fighter movie about a fighting tournament and have the fighting be really cool. Okay. Emily, do you have an answer to this one?
Okay. Here's a couple things that come to mind. Pippi Longstocking. I loved those movies as a little girl, and I like the books. I think my grandmother read some of Pippi to me when I was a kid, but
I didn't
I
even know
loved those.
I didn't know they were books.
Oh yeah, and then I mean, it's a little girl who's a pirate, and she's
There's all kinds of
super
stuff.
rad. Yeah, and I
I
feel
don't
like
think I
we
know what it's
could.
about. I've
Well,
seen
she's
Pippi Longstocking, but my memory as a kid is it's about like a little Irish rascal who goes around
I don't know if
killing
she's
people.
Irish, but her father is a pirate, and I think
Mm.
there's a storm. She gets separated from the ship, washes ashore. There's this house called the Villa Villacula, which is like this home base for her, but she lives alone in this dilapidated mansion, and the people of the town get to know her, and a lot of people want to put her in a children's home, but it's like she's waiting for her pirate dad to come back,
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
She's super independent and cool and scrappy, and
Mm.
has the Wendy's girl pigtails, which I've always been weirded out about. Why does Wendy's have Pippi Longstocking's pigtails?
I think
He
it was
says
a
it's his
popular
daughter.
look. Yeah.
I don't think it was a popular look, but it's like if I
No.
were
The guy who founded Wendy's, Dave Thomas, he was a pirate, a famous pirate.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it is weird that
Those
they
first
pretty
burgers
much
he
did
stole.
that.
He didn't make them. He stole them.
Yeah.
That's why they're square.
But
Mhm.
yeah, I
that's
mean,
why they're square.
I dare you to find another character that is a redheaded girl with bangs with pigtails that come out like this.
Mhm.
Like it's just those two chicks. Anyway, that would be cool.
Hmm.
I really, really would like it if The Ring would do a Ring Part 2 do-over. Because
Oh.
The Ring is my favorite horror movie of all time. And the second one, the special effects were so bad. Those deer that like, because in the first one, there's horses that like kind of are ominous. And then in the second one, it's deer, but the deer look like Scooby-Doo faces.
Mhm.
And it's just
Mhm.
really bad. So yeah, the second Ring movie, I would really love for that story to go on, but it has to be right, you know?
Yeah. I didn't even know they made a Ring 2.
I did. I was so excited to go see it in the theater, and then it was just nothingness. It was not good. Not good.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
There's also Rings, which I've seen to talk about on a podcast. I don't consume any
Ooh.
media unless I'm talking about it on a podcast.
Yeah. Agreed.
And that was pretty bad too. But it does have Vincent D'Onofrio in just a serial killer story that is separate from the whole Rings thing. It's one of those movies that's kind of two movies.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that sounds
bad
cool.
movie, but you know, I see Vincent D'Onofrio popping up and doing lots of acting.
Sure.
Guys,
Let's
it
open it.
trading card
Let's do
time?
it.
Okay, here it comes. Okay, any guesses? Any guesses what the first card is going to be? I'm going to make a crinkle sound.
I
Do
think
people
it's
like
gonna
that?
be Madonna.
Okay,
My
that's a great
my
guess.
guess.
Matt, do you have a guess?
Mumbles, Dustin Hoffman's character.
Any guesses in the chat? Fingers crossed for a shiny big boy caprice, says the Max Fun
Flat
account.
Top's Last Stand. Okay.
Thank you, Nick.
Okay, here we go. We have Tracy, watch out. This iconic scene. we all
I
know
don't even
this
know what
iconic
is he
scene with the
walking
famous-
into fire? Like
I think
Yeah,
as a kid.
It's
Tracy,
also
watch out.
because of your internet connection, it's more blurry. So
Yeah.
it actually just looks like someone walking directly into a furnace. And
So,
I
on
assume
the
that's
back-
what happened in the movie.
Also,
on
Zockstone,
the back-
I want a test card too. I'm with you 100%.
Okay, so yeah, I you know, when you open these trading cards, you kind of remember getting these as a kid, and like they needed to make so many of them, and there's just not that many. There's not that much memorable shit in a movie, so they just had to be like scenes of someone buying gum, and then the quotes like "more gum, please," just because that.
Yeah.
You know, you needed to make fucking 500 trading cards.
Can I ask you a
Sure.
question?
Anyway.
Because there were I
Yeah.
know that there were Home Alone trading cards and stuff like that. What was the purpose of these? Would you trade with people? Was there something valuable about it? Like
I've never thought
was there a
about that.
game or something? Like
what are you
is the
supposed to-
point?
That's such a good question, and I also have that question.
Yeah, like
Pure collecting.
what-
I put them into a little shoebox, and then later I put them into a little like binder. And I think just like I think if you're an insane collector, you try and get the whole set. They're like numbered, and if you like have the whole set, that's like a big deal. But I think for me, I just like when you're a little kid, you have that little box of kid stuff. You're like, this is my stuff. I have all this stuff. I have a ticket card, and I have a top, and I have a ticket stub from when we went to see Star Wars.
Yes. Did you ever do
Sorry.
Pogs? Did you guys do Pogs?
I was a big
lots
Pogs
of
kid.
Pogs.
I still
middle
have a case, a collector's case of Pogs, and I have a, you know, the flippers or whatever, the heavy ones that you were supposed to
Slammers.
like,
Mhm.
slammers. I have a beautiful
Slammers.
like
Or pounders.
metallic.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have a beautiful blue metallic Sonic the Hedgehog one, and it's
Oh.
so pretty.
Ooh.
Yeah,
might
Yeah,
be
we'll
worth
have to
something.
play Pogs together. Why don't we do a live stream where we play Pogs?
Oh, that would be sick.
Honestly,
That'd be fun.
that will be more popular than anything we've ever done.
Yes, yes. Then years and years of writing and performing and
Mhm.
fucking literal school for the arts. Like
Yeah,
it will be
when
so
I go
popular.
home, I'll find those pogs. I guarantee you that they are still in the house because my parents don't throw anything away. So I'm
Dude.
positive I'll find them.
We got to figure out a way to
Next.
shoot it. Because we all have to be in the same room because it's not pogs without gambling. Because that was the
Well,
point
we'd have to have two
Pogs.
cameras.
And being kind of mad.
Yeah. And then telling the teacher when you inevitably lost your favorite pog. Anyone else a snitch?
yeah.
Not me.
I never
Okay.
lost my slammer though, so
Yeah.
can't lose that.
Can't lose your slammer.
Can I? Okay, second trading card. A ride into danger. It's
Pull
just
it back
shot
a
of
little bit.
Car from
Keep pull it back.
ride into danger.
Okay, now
I
push
see the
it.
car.
Push it to the front again.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get your shitty internet to.
Oh, my internet might be too bad.
Oh,
for this.
yeah. Keep pushing it towards the camera. I want to see.
Yeah. Keep going. There we go.
Oh, you're frozen.
No, he's back.
Okay. Who
Yeah,
picked
I see.
these
I ride
cards?
into danger. I see a car.
Oh,
Is there
the
a
kid
child?
is on the back.
There's a
yeah,
child
yeah.
in the back of the car.
What was the kid's name again? I forgot.
It was just the kid.
That's right. We should remember that.
Oh, we
Yeah.
got a test. I got a rare test.
We got a
rare
test.
Trusted tests. My prize
my God.
possession. A real.
A real
It's
test.
gorgeous. We should do Dick Tracy for Halloween. Like maybe we should all dress up. I would do Tess for sure. Matt, you're gonna do
Oh.
Madonna because the curls. Well, you both have fabulous curls.
Yeah.
Madonna. Ooh, this is a great
Breathless
outfit.
Mahoney
too.
herself. An
Yeah.
unexpected caller.
I want to
Okay,
ask
that's great.
the I want to ask the audience this because I know we have some people watching live. I wasn't wrong about the being able to see areola in that movie, was I? Did anyone else see the areola? I'm not crazy. I saw
really
it.
don't think that anyone could see. It's like that movie was rated PG.
I know, but that's why I noticed it because I was like, "There's areola."
Oh,
Zoxone
Zoxone
says, "No,
says-
you are not." Meaning,
All right.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. There was areola. Is that what it means? I should
I
learn to
think
phrase
that's what it
questions in a way.
means.
Yeah, some people
Is
saw
that-
nips for
Guys,
sure.
That looks
Beautiful.
like an areola. What is that?
Yeah.
Guys, I got a.
Oh, it's a
Jake
man. With-
Itchy Rossi. It's Jake Itchy Rossi, everybody's favorite character from Dick Tracy.
Oh yeah.
We all
Have
remember
these names.
Itchy. Yeah.
Okay, we finally got one with Dick Tracy on it. Behave
kid.
yourself, kid. That famous line. Behave yourself, kid.
Yeah, we all remember when he said that.
Be like, I
Yeah,
just
that
love the
famous
idea
line.
of kids going, I'll give you a breathless Mahoney if you give me a behave yourself, kid. Like,
Yeah. We have Big Boy and Tess on that little mine cart, abducted by Big Boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
got to get that one.
Here's one of Dick Tracy in a window, spying on the bad guys.
God,
That
I
was a
love
fun
the
scene.
green, that green color that is in that movie so much. It is like this. I don't know what color that is. It's so beautiful. It's like a blue green or something. I love it.
Ooh, and finally, a Jake Itchy Rossi wanted card for assault and battery. Fun crime. Fun crime.
really-
for Jake.
You better get it. They're
The
giving
real-
him a lot of
Yeah.
screen time with these
I know.
cards.
I got a double Itchy in this pack. It's a double
Yeah.
Itchy pack. So
They're
very
really
rare.
they're doing a hard
Better get
sell
some
on
gold
this
bond.
character. This character no one remembers.
Right. Yeah. So that is the Dick Tracy vintage trading card deck.
I'm so glad you shared it.
Incredible.
You guys want to
Incredible.
do one more question before we say goodbye?
Yes,
Yeah,
that sounds
let's do another question. I love it.
great. Mhm.
What- One more question, and just wanted to give a final reminder to folks. MaximumFun.org/join. It's why we're doing this. It's why we do the whole dang podcast. MaximumFun.org/join. You get a bunch of cool bonus stuff. You support the show. Our pin this year, I don't know if we've mentioned our pin this year is a Hunk Watch pocket watch. So
Yeah.
if you give
It's
$10
so
a month, you
good.
get a beautiful, beautiful enamel pin in the shape of a pocket watch that says Hunk Watch. Let everybody know you're on the lookout for Beefcake wherever you're going.
Mhm.
Final question. This is also from Zockstone. I'll be honest, most of our questions are coming from 3 people. Because
They're
But-
good
they're doing the
questions.
heavy lifting.
Yes.
They're good questions. That's why we're using them. This is okay. Tell us about your pets now or at any point in your life. I am a loud vocal cat weirdo. I have my cat Bug the cat. She's my world. She's my rock.
I used to cat sit
Emily,
for Bug.
Oh yeah, you've cat sat for Bug a couple of times.
I
You
used to
guys get
send
along
you
great.
videos of me like being drunk on the floor, being mad that Bug wouldn't like let me like cuddle her.
Oh, yeah.
Like I would just come over and be like, "Hey, Bug, what are you doing?" And then it would just be like me sitting on the floor going, "Your cat doesn't like me."
It's
But eventually,
I love
Bug
her.
liked me.
Eventually. And but I'll say this. I think she's judgy, she has a holier than thou attitude. She's like, "Oh, you've been drinking. I will not
Yeah.
come near you when you've been drinking."
I mean, she's
Um,
she's got standards, and I respect them.
Yeah.
I
I love that.
Emily, I was interested in this question because you told me recently that you are seriously looking into rat ownership.
You're gonna be a rat girl?
Well, okay, so on Good Mythical Weekend, we had an episode with Michaela, friend of the podcast, Michaela Barnes, where she had to face her fears of rats. And so there was a rat breeder who came and brought the like best, cutest rats. And they need to be in pairs that are bonded. It's like you should get like guinea pigs or rodents should be in pairs. Anyway, this guy had these soft, fluffy, like gray rats that were super affectionate, and they're super smart and could wear little outfits. And I was like, maybe this is my thing. Maybe I'm a rat
If they can
girl.
wear outfits.
I know,
Yeah.
but also they were so sweet. You would like hold them and they snuggled. They did all this stuff. And I was just like, I think I might be a rat girl. But ultimately, I am not a reliable or responsible person. And I think that I don't know. I'm thinking
You
about
think
it.
you would accidentally kill a rat, you think?
Well, here's what I'm worried about.
Mm.
I'm worried I would get it, and then the maintenance and the upkeep would be overwhelming to me, and then I would have to find someone else to take them because
Right.
I would get in over my head is I guess what I'm worried about. But then I'm also like, maybe I'd step up to the occasion and like
Yeah.
I could do it. But
You're not
yeah,
the
it's
stepmom, you're the mom who stepped up.
Oh, Matt,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think that I could be a rat girl, and I do stay home and play with beads a lot. I'm also worried they'll swallow little beads and stuff. That might not be good.
You're
Oh,
worried
yeah.
if the rat will choke.
Yes, I'm worried that I have too much weird shit in here. But I
But
do
also,
have
beads
like
are expensive. You'll be like sifting through rat turds for your beads.
right. But I also have like above my cabinets is like a surface up there, and I have a fantasy that I will do tubes that will go up and around.
Oh, I've had that
They can
fantasy.
like,
Mhm.
yeah, so they can like, I don't know, like have a little fun playground. But
I
yeah,
know that exact fantasy. I've had it before.
yeah. But I'm obsessed with my sister's cat, which my family thinks is pretty much our cat because he stays with us, like with my parents all the time. And when I come home, he stays with me, and he's great. But I had a golden retriever growing up. I fantasize about having a golden retriever again. But he, a fun story about him though, very quick. We had a big backyard, fenced in backyard, which that's the only way I'd want a dog like that is if they could
Yes.
have their own domain, a backyard.
100%.
And we'd leave like the basement door kind of ajar so he could get into the unfinished basement if it was raining. But we had a tire swing on a tree, and we let him keep his balls. He got to keep we thought we'd breed him because he was a purebred or whatever, but we never did. But he would get on the side of the tire swing and like hump it like forward and then backward and just like hump the tire swing.
Yeah.
So what is a
that.
tire swing but a big giant pussy,
That's right. 100%.
Right.
But yeah, so that's
true.
my dog Will. He was great.
Mhm.
All right,
Matt,
Matt, what do you got?
You're also a cat widow, right?
We are a cat family. We have a beautiful cat named Ramona. Shout out, by the way, to the people in the chat who told me to make a balls and a dick out of our pictures. So now there are 2 balls and a dick. It's pretty sick. I think
We did it,
everyone is
Joe.
enjoying it. Yes, we did it, Joe.
We made a dick on the live stream.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Ain't nothing gonna stop us.
Right.
So
Can you make
yeah, we
Emily
did-
a little shorter but wider?
yeah, real wide. Real
Yeah.
wide. So we have a cat. And I'm a cat stepfather. And I mean, we have I think the best cat in the world. This is Ramona. She's a tuxedo cat.
Aw.
She's
Very
fucking
sweet.
awesome. But also we now have a pet of a different kind, a child. And once you have a child, the cat is now just secondary, and so now the cat is just kind of annoying. I feel terrible about it because I love the cat. I love my cat. But when you have when you have a child, you're like, oh, it's just a fucking cat. And that I know that's gonna make people very sad. I didn't want this to be true, but it's true. After a while, you're just like, kitty cat, I can only feed you so many dinners a night. Whereas once you used to take advantage of me and my kindness, now I'm like, we're on a budget, So, and I would love to one day have a dog, but not until my child gets in her own apartment.
Or she can walk it.
Yeah, which would be amazing, but I want a real big dog.
Well, hey, we got to get Matt's child an apartment. That's why we're
right.
here.
Yeah.
MaximumFun.org/join. Matt's baby needs its own apartment. Babies need
That's right.
apartments. And that's why we're doing what we're doing.
Right.
Yeah, thank you all so much for being here. MaximumFun.org/join. A couple of exciting programming notes. We will be doing this again next
right.
week. Same cheap time, same cheap channel. But we're going to be doing something really fun. We're going to be doing a watch along. So we are going to be watching a free with ads movie with you.
Yeah, all of you out there.
So we'll announce the movie day of, just so we make sure it's still streaming and it's still free. So keep an eye on our social media channels for the movie pick. It will be chaos because everybody's ads will be going off at different times. But we assume if you listen to the show, you don't mind a little bit of charming sloppiness. So
Yes.
I think it'll be a fun hang. We'll pick a cool movie. So please come back same here next week for our live free with ads watch along. A bunch of other cool stuff is going on throughout the week at Maximum Fun. Go to MaximumFun.org. You can see all the shows that are doing live streams, special stuff. There's going to be trivia games. Jordan Jesse Go is streaming every day at 9:30 a.m. PST. So yeah, keep tuning in. We're doing stuff. And one more time, please go to MaximumFun.org/join. It really is the reason we can do this show. And if people kick in, then we can keep it going. So yeah, MaximumFun.org/join, and make sure you get us over the line so we can do the second part of the Buffy pilot and the Buffy musical episode. We are stoked to watch that. We're stoked to talk about it for you. And yeah, we will see you here next week. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming. Thank you so much.